In 2023, lots of new anime will appear, and in this discussion, we will review some of the best anime from 2022 to 2023. So, what will be on the list this time? Let's start the discussion. Number 1. Shangri-La Frontier. In the world of Shangri-La Frontier, a beautiful continent filled with natural wonders and magical creatures, life reigns peacefully between various races. Humans, fairies, elves, and other creatures coexist harmoniously. However, that peace is threatened when an evil force known as darkness begins to appear. Darkness is a growing force that threatens to destroy everything in Shangri-La. To counter this threat, the chosen heroes grow in strength and determination. One of the heroes chosen is a young man named Hiroshi. Hiroshi is an ordinary young man who is suddenly summoned to the world of Shangri-La after a mysterious accident. With no knowledge of this world, Hiroshi must learn to face the challenges that lie ahead. Together with his new allies, Hiroshi embarks on an epic journey across the land of Shangri-La in search of strength and allies in his fight against the darkness. Along the way, they encounter various obstacles and dangers. They encounter ferocious magical creatures, explore exotic cities, and meet unique characters. Hiroshi also learns about his powers and develops unique skills in battle. He gains knowledge of magic and special martial arts that exist in Shangri-La. The stronger Hiroshi gets, the closer he gets to unraveling the mystery behind the darkness and his mission as the chosen hero. However, Hiroshi must also face an inner dilemma. What if his power is too great and he is tempted to use it for his gain? Will he be able to control himself and still be a genuine hero at heart? Set in a rich fantasy world, Shangri-La Frontier offers epic adventures, thrilling battles, as well as moral messages about strength, friendship, and fighting for what is right. Hiroshi and his allies must unite and overcome the trials that lie ahead to save Shangri-La from the looming darkness. Number 2. Handyman Saitou in Another World. Handyman Saitou in Another World is a story about a man named Saitou, who is suddenly thrown into a parallel world full of magic and adventure. However, Saitou's uniqueness lies not only in his appearance in a new world but in his extraordinary skills as a handyman. In this world, Saitou possessed the rare ability to repair and maintain all kinds of items, from weapons to household items. With his dazzling skills, Saitou quickly earns a reputation as a handyman, a connoisseur who can repair and build anything necessary. Saitou decides to use his skills to help people in this new world. He opened a shop offering repair and construction services where he helped people with their technical problems. In his life's journey as a handyman, Saitou meets various characters, from adventurers looking for new weapons to city lords who want to build a strong infrastructure. However, this parallel world is not only filled with everyday tasks that require his skills. Saitou also discovered that the world is full of threats and dangers that he must face. He must face wild monsters, evil villains, and challenging magical challenges. Through his travels and adventures, Saitou not only improves his skills as a handyman but also finds true friends and learns the values of bravery, cooperation, and justice. He realized that his handyman role was not only about fixing things but also about providing hope and building a better world. Handyman Saitou in Another World offers a mix of thrilling adventure, entertaining humor, and a deep moral message. This is the story of an ordinary man who discovers something special in his abilities and seeks to use his skills to help others in a new world full of wonder and challenge. Number 3. My Isekai Life. My Isekai Life tells the story of a teenager named Yuji, who is suddenly thrown into a fantasy world after experiencing a mysterious incident. In this new world, Yuji discovers that he has extraordinary magical powers. In the course of his life in this Isekai world, Yuji learns to adapt to a new environment full of magical creatures, powerful kingdoms, and challenging adventures. He meets a variety of interesting characters, including fellow adventurers, knights, wizards, and other fantastic races. Yuji joins a group of adventurers and they explore various locations on a mission to protect this world from the threat of darkness. During his adventures, Yuji encounters powerful monsters, battles evil wizards, and uncovers ancient secrets related to the origins of this Isekai world. However, behind his actions and battles, Yuji also experiences a personal journey in developing his strength and finding his true self. He learns to master magic, improves his fighting skills, and finds strong relationships with his new friends. In addition, Yuji explores Isekai world society and politics. He is involved in conflicts between kingdoms, struggles for justice, and battles against evil forces that want to rule the world. On this journey, he unravels political intrigue, confronts moral conflicts, and explores the relationship between humans and magical creatures. My Isekai Life is a story that combines epic adventures, elements of magic, and thrilling battles. Through Yuji's journey, we witness the growth of a teenager who finds his strength, finds true friends, and fights to protect the world that is his new home. Number 4. Eminence in Shadow. Eminence in Shadow is the story of a teenage genius named Sid, who dreams of becoming the shadow behind the heroes in the world of Isekai. Sid is a huge fan of Isekai stories and fantasy worlds, and he spends hours reading novels and manga with those themes. One day, Sid suddenly gets a rare opportunity when he is thrown into a real Isekai world. In this world, he discovers that heroes and magical creatures do exist, and real adventures await him. However, Sid doesn't want to become a hero that others admire. Instead, he wanted a darker role, namely being the shadow behind the heroes he admired. To achieve his goals, Sid devises elaborate plans and builds a secret organization known as Shadow Garden. Sid uses his knowledge of Isekai stories and vast knowledge of strategy and tactics to manipulate the Shadow Network to achieve his goals. With the help of his loyal followers, Sid carries out his mission with care. He carries out covert operations, plots planned actions, and tries to build up his reputation as a powerful and mysterious shadow. During his adventures, he must face tough challenges, uncover complex conspiracies, and fight powerful enemies. However, the deeper he becomes entangled in the game of shadows and heroism, the more difficult it is for Sid to maintain his true identity. He is caught up in the role he is playing, and wonders if anyone will ever know who he is beneath the mask. Eminence in Shadow offers a mix of adventure, action, and tickling humor. This story puts a unique twist on the Isekai theme by focusing on the unlikely role of the shadow behind the heroes idolized. Sid must navigate the dangerous world of Isekai while maintaining his identity and achieving his dark goals as the Eminence in the Shadow. Number 5. From Hero King to Extraordinary Squire. From Hero King to Extraordinary Squire is a story about a mighty king named Leon, who is suddenly thrown back in time and returns to being an ordinary squire. Even though Leon was once a reigning king, his powers and memories of his past were erased, and he has to start over from scratch. In his new role as a squire, Leon is determined to become an extraordinary warrior and protect those he loves. Even though he lost his status, Leon still had a strong desire to change and bring about positive change in this world. Leon joins a knight group of talented warriors and begins to learn combat skills and a knight's code of conduct. He must go through rigorous training, fight fierce monsters, and face the obstacles that come the way of a squire. However, although Leon returns to a lesser role, he brings with him the experience and wisdom of a king. With knowledge of his hidden past, Leon begins to give wise advice to his comrades and use innovative strategies in battle. He was not just an ordinary squire, but an extraordinary squire. Through his struggles, Leon meets various interesting characters, including an evil knight, a mysterious wizard, and a tough woman who becomes his lover. He forms friendships, faces internal conflicts, and faces powerful enemies to protect this world. From Hero King to Extraordinary Squire combines elements of adventure, exciting battles, as well as moral messages about leadership, change, and loyalty. This story explores the journey of a king who has lost everything and must prove his worth again while finding new powers in lesser roles. Number 6. Skeleton Knight in Another World. Skeleton Knight in Another World is a story about a man who suddenly wakes up in the body of a skeleton knight after dying in the real world. In this new world full of magic and fantasy creatures, he becomes a powerful and invincible skeleton knight. In his journey as a skeleton knight, the man discovers that he has extraordinary abilities and extraordinary strength. He embarks on an adventure to explore this world, meets various interesting characters, and fights the threats that appear in front of him. Despite his fearsome appearance, the skeleton knight has a noble heart and a strong determination to protect the defenseless. He uses his strength and skills to fight beast monsters, protect remote villages, and battle evil forces that threaten world peace. During his adventures, Skeleton Knight also discovers the mystery behind his new life. He encounters wise magical beings, learns about the history of this world, and uncovers the secrets hidden behind his unwavering strength. However, not everyone accepted the Skeleton Knight's existence well. Some fear it and try to exterminate it, as well as evil individuals who wish to harness its power for their ends. Skeleton Knight must fight prejudice and protect himself on his journey to prove that he is a hero worthy of all respect. Skeleton Knight in Another World combines elements of fantasy, adventure, and thrilling combat. The story offers a unique perspective of an unlikely character, who tries to live his life as a skeleton knight and fights for justice and peace in a world full of magic and wonder. Number 7. Black Summoner. Black Summoner is a story about a young man named Kirono, who is born with a rare ability as a summoner or summoner of magical creatures. However, this power is not just ordinary, because Kirono is a black summoner who is considered rare and powerful. In a world where summoners are respected and revered, Kirono is ordered to follow in the footsteps of his legendary father, a renowned summoner. He embarks on a challenging adventure, seeking to master his powers and prove his worth as a black summoner. Kirono can summon and control powerful magical creatures, including demons and rare monsters. In the course of his life, he gathered a team of creatures he summoned himself. Together with his unique team, Kurono embarks on various missions and battles against the threats lurking in the world. However, Kurono's powers attract not only his true friends but also dangerous foes. He must deal with secret organizations, tyrannical rulers, and other powerful summoners who want to master his power. Kurono faces a severe test, uncovers the secret behind his powers, and discovers the true meaning of being a black summoner. During his travels, Kurono also meets interesting characters, including best friends, powerful rivals, and a mysterious woman who has a connection to his past. He broadens his social network, builds lasting friendships, and takes on the challenges that come with his extraordinary strength. Black Summoner offers an epic adventure filled with action, magic, and intrigue. This story explores the journey of a young man who possesses unimaginable power, faces trials, and uncovers the secrets of the complex world of summoners. Kurono must use his powers wisely, face challenges with courage, and find his place in a world full of wonder and danger. Number 8. Reincarnated as a Sword. Reincarnated as a Sword is a unique story about a man who was suddenly reincarnated into a fantasy world as a magical sword. In this sword form, he has consciousness and the ability to communicate with his owner. The man, now known as Fran, is living a new life as a powerful weapon full of potential. He was determined to hone his skills as a sword and become the greatest weapon in this world. Fran becomes partners with an experienced adventurer named Teacher, who wields this sword in battle against dangerous magical creatures. During their journey, Fran and Teacher embark on an adventure full of action and magic. They encounter monsters, explore mysterious dungeons, and fight evil forces that threaten world peace. Fran uses her skills as a sword to help Teacher and uncover his hidden potential. Not only that, but Fran was also trying to understand the real purpose behind her reincarnation as a sword. He encounters a host of interesting characters, including other magical swordsmen and beings as aware as he is. Together with them, Fran tries to understand the meaning and purpose of her life as a reincarnated sword. Besides that, Fran has also developed a special relationship with her owner, Teacher. They build a strong bond, trust each other, and complement each other in battle. Fran learns a lot from the Teacher, and in the process, she develops a unique personality and develops as a better individual. Reincarnated as a Sword combines adventure, fantasy, and entertaining comedic elements. This story explores the journey of a man who was reincarnated as a swordsman, discovering his purpose in life, facing challenges, and forming valuable relationships with individuals around him. Fran learns to live in this new world and becomes more than just a weapon, but a valuable partner in challenging adventures. Number 9. Uncle from Another World. Uncle from Another World is a story that tells of an ordinary man named Hiroshi, who is suddenly thrown into another world and finds himself becoming an uncle to a young boy in this new world. Hiroshi, shocked by this sudden change, tries to understand and adapt to his new environment. He becomes the uncle of a boy named Yuya, who is an orphan with extraordinary magical powers. In his role as uncle, Hiroshi tries to protect and guide Yuya. Even though he has no magical powers, Hiroshi uses the wisdom and knowledge gleaned from his home world to aid Yuya in dealing with the threats and obstacles that exist in this world. During their adventure, Hiroshi and Yuya undertake various missions to fight evil creatures, explore mysterious places, and meet interesting characters on their way. They built a strong bond as uncles and nephews, learned from each other, and grew together as an inseparable team. However, Hiroshi also realizes that the reason he was thrown into this world may have a deeper connection and hidden secrets. He must uncover the truth behind his journey and find a way to return to his original world while ensuring Yuya's safety and happiness. Uncle from Another World offers a mix of adventure, comedy, and strong family ties. This story explores the unique relationship between an uncle and nephew in a fantasy world, while also exploring exciting mysteries and adventures. Hiroshi learns to be a role model for Yuya and finds new meaning in the role of uncle in a world completely new to him. Well, those are some of the anime that are included in the discussion this time. If you think the list is appropriate, write in the comments column.